Welcome to DC.
And here it comes. Swing and a miss. And a World Series Game 7 winning Curly W is in the books.
Dagger! It's 1974. The Washington Capitals are the 2018 Stanley Cup champions.
Don't like that. I like that.
You gotta like that, right?
Despite all this, despite the churn, my approval ratings keep going up.
We are ready to give our 500% support back to this franchise, back to this city, back to this team after Snyder leaves. And then this is the poo-poo you put on the field.
For the very first time, the Washington Mystics are WNBA champions.
The Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels.
I'm going to support fake teams that can't ruin my life.
Did you call bank? I call game.
Thank you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.
Hello, one. Hello, all. This is DTC episode number 372. My name is Joe. FP is joining me tonight. The streak lives, FP. The streak lives. I have no idea where Matt the Met is. I don't know where Stevie is. I think LP is just sitting at home, but too lazy to walk over 10 feet to his office and fire up his microphone. Andy, I think, is on business travel still. Peter, I was going to say he came in and left just as quickly, but he never actually came in. I don't know what's going on. We got him all excited about this, these AI Game of Thrones remake things, which are actually kind of amazing. I don't know what happened to Peter. Razzie and I had a nice conversation today and yesterday, actually. Talked to him 2 days in a row. Hey, you're going to join the podcast, Pud? Sensitive. Okay. So here we are, episode 372, and I think for the last 70 in a row, it's basically me and you, and sometimes we get Andy, and sometimes we get one other person. We got baseball around the corner. I have no desire to talk about that. We have the Olympics ending in a day or two, if I'm not mistaken. I would like to talk about that. We got some crazy NFL rumors, including it looks like the Vikings are looking to dump Justin Jefferson. Did you see this? It's just breaking in the last hour.
Justin Jefferson. No, I saw Eagles are open to trade candidates for AJ Brown.
Yeah, but it looks like
we were expecting.
The Vikings look like they're full on. Oops, we totally messed up not signing Darnold. We can't pay JJ $90 million. We're gonna have to let him go. This is literally in the last hour. I've seen this on two different, not the most reputable sources.
Throw the bank.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say that.
The bank.
Can I finally get you to admit that he's a one of one or 1-1, 1A, 1A?
I've always admitted he's a one.
No, you die on the hill of you just don't love Terry, and Terry's the best.
No. And I'm not going to take away from Terry, but if you have JJ plus Terry, you have a 1A and a 1B easily.
Yeah, I knew you. See,
I will rename RFK to Justin Jefferson Stadium to bring him here. I will do whatever needs to be done. He is still in his prime. He is the number one receiver in the league.
Do you think it's
the bank?
If you are the Vikings, it's crazy to say, but this actually makes sense. You have to. I think you actually have to do this because you can't.
They missed their window with JJ. They need to get as many picks as they can and completely rebuild.
I think so. I mean, unless they can get. I mean, what free agent quarterback can come in there right now? It's not going to be Kirk. So there's really
Rodgers.
He may be the only one. And what a crazy way to end his career if he ends up a Minnesota Viking. But that's the only quarterback I can think of that could come in and actually push that team into playoff relevancy.
Actually, was it Derek Carr saying he would unretire if he went to a competitor?
Yeah, but Derek Carr's not good enough. I'm sorry. He's not.
I think KOC could fix a Derek Carr.
No, dude.
And you get a Sam Darnold 14-win season.
You're insane. No.
I would take more of a gamble on that than bringing in Aaron Rodgers.
But the bigger problem to me, FP, is not can you get 12 to 14 wins as the Minnesota Vikings team. You still got to deal with the Lions. You still got to deal with the Packers, and the Bears are on the on the up and up. Like this is not an
Bears are
easy
probably
division.
the strongest team in the North right now.
Exactly. So, I mean, definitely not signing Darnold after a 14-win season is terrible. But the difference between a team like the Vikings and the Bengals can break the bank on their receivers or spend all the money they have left basically because they got the quarterback. The Vikings can't do that, right? Like they can't spend $90 million on Justin Jefferson, hope that Addison is 100% healthy for next year, and then pray that JJ comes in and he's able to throw the ball and sling it. Like you can't do it. I mean, you just can't do it. So.
God, Jaden Daniels with Justin Jefferson would be the most beautiful thing.
But if Jefferson ends up on the Patriots, that isn't insane. If he ends up on the Broncos, that's not insane. If he ends up in Chicago, that's not crazy. Like, where does he go? That doesn't. He's
not going interdivision. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, if he's cut, then he can go anywhere he wants. No. I don't think he's going to want to play outside in the cold, personally. But I mean, my goodness, man, what team that is relevant already doesn't become an immediate contender with him on the roster? I can't think of a single one. You could even throw him into like a place like Baltimore or Pittsburgh, and that team becomes extremely relevant. Pittsburgh wouldn't do it because they spent so much on DK.
No, he could do Baltimore. He could do Tampa if Mike Evans is on the tail end and maybe he goes to free agency. They replace him with Justin Jefferson.
Oof. Oh my God. Yeah. What a reload for them if that happens. But again, like we're a couple weeks now removed from the Super Bowl. The Seahawks really, they should be able to run this back. Am I crazy in thinking that? They re-sign?
They're going to have to make some drastic sacrifices. I don't think they're going to be able to pay everyone, especially if they want to keep JSN.
Yeah,
like I think Walker's on the way out.
But you can find a running. But I think you can find another running back. Charbonnet is fine.
There's a couple pieces there. They're not going to be able to run back the same team. Also, who knows what happens with whoever buys the new team, which is crazy to win a Super Bowl and immediately be put up for sale.
Yeah, that is.
I mean,
pretty nuts.
That must have pushed their price up like an extra bill.
Yeah, basically. But the Seahawks should be thinking about running it back. The defense is going to be largely intact. They'll need to replace a running back. They're going to. I mean, they have their wide receivers in place. They could probably pick up. I mean, if they signed a Mike Evans to play opposite Smith and Jigba, like that's pretty freaking good. And Darnold,
I don't know if they're going to be I don't know if they're going to be able to spend because they're going to have to pay Darnold.
Well, but Darnold's under contract, right? I mean, he's not getting paid right now. He's still got one. It's a 2-year. Yeah, it's a 2-year deal. But to think that the Seahawks, when did McDonald take over? 2 years ago.
Same time as DQ.
Yeah, so he's in his second year. So that team sustained a loss at quarterback, head coach, wide receiver. Reloaded all those positions. Reloaded all those the key personnel. Drafted great, and then won the Super Bowl. And beat some pretty good teams along the way. Good for them. So,
I mean, beating the Rams was their Super Bowl victory because the Patriots, that was never going to be a competition.
Well, yeah, and give them credit. They beat them twice. Like it's not. Actually, they beat the Rams 3 times. No, I think they won all 3 head-to-head. So, I mean, they're deserving of their win. But now, like I said, we're removed from the Super Bowl proper. The Seahawks got to be the favorite going into the next season and early odds. Like, who would you put ahead of them? You can't put the Rams ahead of them. They beat them 3 times.
If the Bills go out and get a number 1 wide receiver, if they go get, you're telling me if the Bills,
episode 372, 8 minutes in, I'm out on the Bills. I'm out on your boy Josh.
Think about it.
It's never going to happen. He is Dan Marino. Thank you.
You bring in Justin Jefferson.
It won't make any difference.
Their first season in their new stadium. You don't think it paints a perfect picture?
It paints a perfect picture that they have a lot of talent sometimes, but they can't get over the hump. I mean, how many times
you don't think JJ puts them over the hump?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't.
JJ with Josh Allen puts them over the hump.
What makes you say that? What have you seen from Josh Allen that gives you confidence that you put an A1A receiver on the outside of that offense that he's going to consistently target and get them the ball?
The Bills they got screwed royally this playoff.
Yes.
You can't put that on Josh.
The Broncos game. The Broncos non-catch interception.
You can't
Yes.
put that on Josh. That's still a very talented offense.
Well, is it?
I mean, we'll see what happens now that they fired McDermott, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So do you expect them to regress a little bit or to improve?
No, because they kept Joe Brady, right? So that was the whole questionable reason of why would you fire McDermott but keep Brady.
I think by and large the expectation is that the Bills are going to regress. No?
I don't know.
I like McDermott to me
every time you think they're supposed to, since Josh Allen's been in there, they still end up being a 12+ win team that
figures it out and yeah, absolutely. But to me, in my mind, Harbaugh being removed or the change at the head coach in Baltimore equals that team improving. I think he had gotten a little bit stale in the play calling, a little bit long in the tooth. Same with Tomlin. I think the default is they will slightly improve. I don't think that's the case for the Bills. I think McDermott is a really, really good coach.
That was probably the worst firing in offseason.
And honestly, what kind of precedent does that set that if the refs make a terrible call, you get I mean, I don't think he deserved to lose his job.
No.
So I don't know. I don't know how we got talking into the NFL stuff. I want to talk about the NBA. I want to talk about the disaster that was All-Star Weekend. How much of that did you watch?
Zero.
Yeah, I knew
Zero.
it. I knew it.
Looking at pictures of the freaking stands, like, come on. I mean, who even what's his name? Michael Jordan's son. He was like, "Don't even watch this game."
Well, forget about the game, but you
don't even watch the game.
The Intuit Dome where the Clippers play is pretty cool. Like the fan wall is pretty cool. The video wall is pretty cool. The seats at the lights at every seat theoretically it's pretty cool because it mimics like the old school camera flashes and whatever. However, it was empty.
Yeah.
And not only
would anyone go?
Not only was the building empty, NBC/Peacock, because of the and I think they made the right call, and I'll say this up front. They had competing priorities between the NBA All-Star Weekend and the Winter Olympics. I think they made the right choice by continuing to double down, triple down, quadruple down on the Olympics, which, Andy gave us both an acre of shit for watching the Olympics and being all into it.
This has been the best coverage of any Olympics.
So Tarico is amazing. Tarico is single-handedly saving the even the boring nights on Olympic recaps. He is so freaking good. I love Mike Tirico, an actual professional.
And then bringing in Gold Zone was a stroke of genius.
Love Gold Zone. Love it.
That's all I watch now.
The peak, even the ability on Peacock to grab show me only metal moments, like so smartly done by Peacock. It's like they took everything they learned from covering the EPL with Gold Rush, and applied it almost perfectly and flawlessly to the Olympics. It has been amazing. And if you haven't,
it would be amazing if that could somehow translate into how FIFA will be covered, how the World Cup will be covered.
Yeah,
it would be glorious. It's not going to happen.
I don't think that'll happen. FIFA is extremely corrupt and doesn't, they're going to operate differently. But NBC had a big decision to make, and they decided we're going to move the NBA events to the middle of the afternoon. Now, I think if this was an East Coast situation, I think it would have been better, right? Broadcasting, like filling a building at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon in DC even, or anywhere, like New York, Brooklyn, not a big deal. Like it's kind of an early start to the evening.
Yeah.
In LA, asking people to show up at noon or 1, bad look.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, charging, upwards of $800 just to get into the building.
For nothing.
For nothing. I mean, I was on vacation last weekend, so I did consume more than I thought. And honestly, when I turned on the TV, I was sitting poolside, I turned on the TV or I had them flip the channel. I was like, oh, these are highlights from this is like the pre-programming ahead of the actual event that's coming in a couple of hours. Oh, look, Damian Lillard is in a Portland jersey. I thought he was a Buck. Wait, didn't he get traded back to the Blazers? And I was doing this whole thing in my mind. And then I realized, wait. This is live. Like this is happening right now. And then I made the mistake of reaching for my phone on vacation, rookie mistake, right? Because you get sucked into all the stuff that you're not paying attention to. But the internet was really pissed. They're like, why didn't anyone tell us basically that the NBA and an All-Star weekend is just in the middle of Saturday afternoon? And like, maybe you see it or maybe you don't. I don't know. Like that like, I don't think it was announced or handled well, but it was the right decision.
The good thing that came out of All-Star weekend being a complete just misfire is I feel like it was the jumping point for the NBA to say, okay, we need to fix the draft lottery. Because literally since the failure of the All-Star weekend,
it's been 4 days of draft lottery.
All of the headlines have been, how do we fix the draft lottery?
Yeah.
And I think the NBA goes, we really have a big problem on our hands. Like they almost have to go nuclear option and just get rid of the draft lottery.
They have to, FP.
Entirely.
What? But that's not the nuke option. That's the sane option. You draft in the order reverse of what you finish. Just like, I mean, that's what baseball does. That's what hockey does.
Like every sport, yes.
Right? I don't think there's lotteries in any of those sports. That's what the NFL does, right? You can trade your picks and rights and whatever.
But how do you prevent the tanking?
I don't think you can. And it's a larger conversation about the nature of this nonsense that we now know as load management. This is nonsense. I don't think you can force players. You can't collectively bargain forcing players to play because they are healthy. You can't. It's not possible. However, what if you revolutionized how the players are paid based on the number of games they play in?
I mean, I think that's fair.
Okay, so hear me out. We're signing you to a deal that basically stipulates that you will play in a minimum of 70 games a season. There's going to be 10 random games, load management, illness, missed, whatever. It's not that different than the NFL. I mean, the NFL has stipends and bonuses for points scored or games played or catches made or touchdowns. Am I wrong in any of this? Don't all players have these type of incentives built into their contracts? So why would the NBA continue to guarantee scrubs by every measure millions and millions of dollars on an 82-game basis when they don't play 82 games? That would fix this problem completely. Hey, LeBron, you're 41 years old. You're going to play 40 games. We're going to pay you for the 40 games you play.
Right.
That's it. So,
but then you'll still have those previously well played all-stars. They're just going to take the cut. They're just going to make less money.
Well, but that's up to them. That's up to them. Like if you, and this is where like I maybe I'm a little bit more bullish on this idea than others, FP. But if you go back 20 years, how many times has Jordan been interviewed and documented saying like if I can stand up, if I can dribble, I'm playing. Like these people came and
Charles, Shaq, all of them
have said the same thing. Kobe, Vince, T-Mac, Grant Hill, like that entire era, they played. AI played. Even into the early 2010s, like you don't see this load management nonsense until now, and it's very clear to me why you see that. It's because you have an aging all-star cast. The stars of your league are older.
Well, I remember when Pop was getting murdered because he kind of started with load management.
Yes.
With Duncan and all of those guys before it was really a widespread thing.
But they were old. They were old. They were at the end of their career, and he was the first one to label it and
load
call
management.
Yes, exactly. You don't do this with Alex Sarr, a 23-year-old. Like he needs reps, he needs game exposure, blah blah blah. But coming off a rookie contract where you're going to be paid, the equivalent of guaranteed money because nobody knows what you are or what you're capable of. These Supermax and Ultra Supermax and all these deals, to me, this fixes the problem immediately. This fixes the tanking problem indirectly, but it fixes the load management problem completely. You will be paid based on a base number of games. If you fall below that, you're not paid the same.
Fixing load management will fix the NBA in general. It'll just make it a better product to tune into on any given weekday.
Yeah, you can't have LeBron load managing when the number 2 seeded Spurs come to LA to play.
Right.
And then the very next night he's not load managing when he's playing in a 20-point blowout against the Dallas Mavericks on the road.
Right.
This is not correct. Like this is not load management. He's ducking competition. I am so out on LeBron. I can't even.
I agree with you.
Out on LeBron. He needs to go.
Stat padding, yeah. But I mean, with the tanking thing, like there's been ideas for pick protection limits, which I absolutely agree. Like you should limit your protected picks through and through 100%. Then there's like the 2-year record rule where they were like, if you, what was it? It was your lottery odds are based on your 2-year cumulative record, right? To
31 and a half games.
From your,
yes.
Yeah. And then there's the repeat offender bans. If you keep sucking over and over and over again and you're in the top 3, you're out, right? Like no more of this Kings or Pacers nonsense where you're just going to keep sucking over and over and over again and then keep entering the draft block.
But I'd go a layer deeper than that. You can't, like, you have to end the ability to trade picks more than 2 years out, because all that does is guarantee teams. Like, look at how many times has Kevin Durant been traded for future first and second round picks? Mm-hmm. Everywhere he has gone, like it will legitimately take 10 years for the league to recover from just Kevin Durant and all of the trades and sideways. And this is pick protected from 6 trades ago. He's played for half the freaking teams in the association.
I don't even know how you can like track all of these moves. It's crazy.
But there's no value to a second round pick in 2033. I think that's part of the problem as well. I think you have to limit the number of possible.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine if the NFL did something like that? Can you imagine if Justin Jefferson leaves because the Philadelphia Eagles or some superstar team was like, yeah, we'll give you our first round picks for 2030, 2031, and 2032.
There has to be a more. You can't trade more than X number of total picks, and you can't trade more than one of your next 3 first round. Like, you have to do this to protect the integrity of the league, because otherwise,
as long as it goes into effect 2027, because the Wizards did everything right.
You'd have to put it in effect at like 2035. But
the Wizards did everything right, and if they screw us by changing the draft lottery right now,
but like, to save the league, they're going to have to fix this, right? They need to go back to a minimum of 3 rounds of draft picks. This is actually another important thing. That's totally lost right now. You're not introducing enough potential new players into the league on semi-guaranteed contracts. You have to have 3 rounds of picks, right?
I don't know if they have enough players to do 3 rounds of picks because of the NIL. Like, it just gets more and more of a complex web.
But adding another paid roster spot to every team, not a 2-way, not a 10-day, but an actual full-time roster spot would help, right? Because you start developing, like, you know, like that's 32 extra players that are
3rd round rookie.
Exactly. That's 32 extra players that are getting, you know, big boy reps in practice and potentially turning into, like, the league doesn't have any stars. We're still marketing Kevin Durant and LeBron James and Steph. These guys are done in 3 years. Nobody knows who Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is. Nobody nobody is following nobody cares about the NBA. These are all things that they have to do now so that the next generation may care a little bit about it. Or, like, I mean, look at what hockey did. Hockey went from extremely non-relevant to extremely competitive and more relevant in the span of about 7 to 8 years by making consistent, subtle changes to the product. Not like that. And that's what the NBA has to do as well. I am convinced Adam Silver will be remembered as the worst commissioner in professional sports. He has destroyed the NBA.
Yes.
And I don't think it's close. People will say, what was it? Bud Selig, I think, was the former MLB commissioner. He was. That was not a great era for baseball. Okay, but baseball has since recovered.
Yeah,
somewhat, right? And it's a little bit more stringent. But the NBA right now is on a trajectory where the stars control the league. The stars are aging out, and the teams are left carrying the bag with, like, the Suns will never be good again. Yeah, the Pistons can never be good again. The Brooklyn Nets can never be good again. These players, these teams, like the Rockets, will never be good again. The Clippers will never be good again because all of their draft capital is gone. KD. Literally, any team that has traded for him has given up. I mean, the Suns also traded for, like, Bradley Beal. Like, they're toast. I mean, that team will never be good again. But how do you?
The thing is, like on paper, that Suns team was stacked, and if load management and all of the nonsense wasn't there, and the players knew they had to just gut it out and play, could have been a great team.
Maybe,
but they didn't. They didn't have to do that. They got to.
Well, it also doesn't help when Kevin Durant is running. I'm sure you saw the news about the burner account that was exposed minutes before the All-Star game, where his demeanor totally changed. I mean, listen, he's not a nice guy. This has been documented and has been known, but he was sniping at his teammates basically at every stop he's been at, right? Including some nonsense.
Opportunity hater for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, how much energy can you put into tweeting about Steph not taking film practice seriously, which there's no way that actually happened, or the bums in Houston, like, why am I here? Like, it's,
it was gold to read some of the things he was saying, and a lot of the things he's saying wasn't necessarily wrong.
No,
but when you're an active player shitting on everybody that you're still playing with
and against, yes, I think the best single. Did you see his nickname for Russell Westbrook? It was the best.
What was it?
the cocaine bear, the triple-double cocaine bear. He's like, you haven't lived until you've played and died next to the triple-double cocaine bear, right? Like, that is just wild.
Could you imagine if that level of like shit talking came out in the Jordan era, and you had a player just like trash talking a Kobe or a Jordan or whoever?
Well, we had this chat. We had this chat in parts of the offline chat. Like, how much bigger would Jordan have been with social media, or would it have been a limiting? Like, is there a glass? Like, I actually think players like Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, to some extent Kobe Bryant and AI, like the players right before like social media became a thing, even like pop culture. Michael Jackson. I actually think there's a sense of like the aura that comes around these guys. It like the legend grows bigger because you don't have access. And I think a lot of people make the argument that had they had social media, they would have been even bigger than they were. I actually am now saying the opposite. I think
it would have been.
I think they would have been limited.
You would have been sick of hearing of them.
Yes.
At every
LeBron. Yes, this is a perfect. Yeah. LeBron will never have that legendary status, that aura of like
hearing of him.
Yeah. It's too much exposure. It's too much of him reading the first 2 pages of 100 books and claiming fake racism and starting schools that go out of business. Head. Yeah, and the wearing the Angel Reese shorts and the big warm up thing and doing the stupid ball. Like, it's too much. Like, I have too much access to LeBron James, and thus I don't really like him.
The new pregame warm up ceremony.
It's so dumb. Like, and then he sent Bronny out to
do the players on the Lakers. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, do we have to do this?
Well, but what's egregious is having his son do it.
Yeah,
and like everybody go out there and do it for Bronny. Like, come on, man. Like, Bronny deserved a contract extension this past offseason. Bronny deserved a contract at all. Like, this is not right, man. Like, it's just not right. So, again, I'll bring it back to just like a player like Jordan, right? Like, the immense interest in Jordan was because you couldn't access him. Like, you'd see him walking in and out of the building, or laughing on a golf course 600 like yards away. Like, we didn't have access to his inner thoughts and his drunk tweets.
That's why The Last Dance is like one of the most watched documentaries ever.
Access, yes. Finally,
ever, because everyone was like, "Oh my God!" behind the scenes to Jordan and to this team that we never got to see. Like, of course, you got like the access. The access that we're talking about is that raw footage access.
The sports access.
It wasn't NBC Nightly News. It wasn't ESPN. Yes. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't predetermined coverage. It was raw. And yeah, I mean,
but it was sports based also, right? It's not Michael Jordan, right? His infamous line, when he was asked to pick a side politically, was, Republicans buy sneakers too, right? Like, you don't know what happens when you put a thing like Twitter or social media in general in the hand of an athlete. They're going to be held to whatever stupid things they say or don't say, or comments that they like or don't like. Like, how much of our like sports consumption now is this player's getting traded, he's unfollowing the team, or he's following this person, or he's
right.
It's it's stupid, but it shapes how we view these athletes in particular. I think Jordan wouldn't have reached the status he reached. Kobe wouldn't have reached the status he reached. Tiger would have never, like, Tiger, listen, you could say what you want about the other ones. We know definitively Tiger wasn't the best person off the golf course.
Yeah.
Like, we know. So
he wasn't on the island though.
He wasn't on the island, but he didn't
need the help.
You put a Twitter account in his hand, and he starts, getting sloppy, and his burner accounts come forward. Like it will diminish. Like just Kevin Durant right now, is he not a diminished superstar in your mind because of all the off the court antics?
He could have survived the traded around the league note, like asterisk to him, because of like how much he dominated like U.S. Olympic basketball,
sure,
and all of his accolades, and just kind of just knowing that he is still that sniper shooter, and he is really that good. If he had zero social media presence, all of the shenanigans get forgotten, and then in 10, 15, 20 years, when another podcast is talking about KD, all you're going to remember is what you
That's
saw.
Right. But now,
TV.
No way.
You're going to remember the good plays,
yes.
And now you're going to loop it in with, well, he's a bum, right? He's a hater.
Yeah, not just that. I mean, he was sniping at his teammates. He was sniping at his opponents. Yeah. He was sniping at his coaches. He was sniping at everybody, right? Then, like, yeah, that's going to diminish his aura a lot, right? He's just a good basketball player,
especially
but he's a terrible person.
He could never win a championship without a superstar.
Never happened.
Without Steph.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So like I and we'd be remiss not to talk about, when I brought up Michael Jordan in the context of basketball, but I think we have to bring him up in the context of NASCAR and racing as well. He is a part owner of the I forget what the actual race. It's not Jordan Racing. It's some racing team. I forget which team he bought a piece of. Do you know off the top of your head? I can look it up real quick.
No, but let's see what it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it too.
Team.
Yeah. Anyway, he invested. He's part owner of
23 XI Racing.
Yeah.
Or 2311 Racing.
Yeah. So he's part owner of a NASCAR team, and that team won the Daytona 500.
Yes.
That is no small feat.
Amazing.
No small feat.
If the end of the statement is right there,
yeah.
Incredible.
Now, I don't know if Michael has any influence on the racing or the driver's focus, or like I don't know how basketball, baseball, or his professional just championship experience translates, but it's no small feat for the team for them to win basically their first time out, to win the Super Bowl of NASCAR, right? To win the Daytona 500. But that's not why we're bringing him up here. The clip from the winner's circle that went ultra super viral is of MJ squeezing the tush of a little boy, and just, I would say in general, I don't want to get censored, he's touching him inappropriately. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. Now, immediately people came and said they're trying to get the ice off the kid because he got splashed with the Gatorade bath. Did it look like that to you, FP? Because that's not what I saw.
No, I don't believe in the ice theory, is I think what they're calling it. There's other ways to get the ice off of a kid. Or also, if you're somebody like Michael Jordan and you know every camera is pointed at you.
But does he know the optics? He's 60-something years old at this point. Is he? Do you think he's always aware? Like, do you think in that moment he was thinking?
His life has been surrounded by cameras.
I know, but I'm asking you. He's engulfed in the moment of winning a championship or winning a trophy or winning a race or whatever. It's the first time he's up there. All cameras. Do you think for a moment maybe he forgot where he was?
No, I mean, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I don't think you can, though. I don't think you can.
I mean, like it was so okay. Let's do this. So the kid was Tyler Reddick's son, right? So Bo Reddick, right? So the driver who just won, it was his son celebrating there. The ice theory, I don't necessarily believe it, or it was just really stupid and bad optics. But you have Tyler Reddick going on Stephen A. Smith and him being like, I know Jordan. My family knows him. Like, I don't see it as that at all. And I don't know if that's him being like doing a PR spin, or Jordan's like, oh shit, I messed up. You need to go out and fix this. I don't know. We live in a world now where
You can know.
If something looks wrong and corrupt, it's probably wrong and corrupt. That's kind
but
of the world.
Unfortunately, I think that's the only way you can look at this. I really struggled with this because I saw it and I was like, oh, this is AI, right? Like this is C Dance or whatever the Chinese AI is. Like, this can't be real. And then I saw it again. You know what? It was very similar. Obviously not morbid like the Charlie Kirk shooting, but like when I first saw that, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, you can't believe anything that you
can't
see immediately.
You cannot
you
immediately. Yes, and it has to be yes. It doesn't look good. That
I agree. It doesn't look good, but I also am a huge. I'm very much against the canceling somebody off a 5-second social media clip without true context. So I understand like optics plays a part in things, but it shouldn't be the only thing that you get to use to cancel somebody.
I don't want to.
The internet trying to cancel Michael Jordan off a 5-second clip where maybe he was purely innocent and he was just trying to shake off the ice. Maybe that's the case, right? Like we were just talking like Michael Jackson 20 years after his death.
Well, I want to talk about him. I definitely want to talk about the other MJ, but
you can't do an immediate.
What's your gut? What's your gut? Like you've known Michael Jordan your whole life as the untouchable greatest of greatest basketball players. He played a little baseball. He came back to basketball. He's now into racing. I'll tell you, my visceral immediate reaction to the video first was, this isn't real. And then the second, third, fourth reaction was, oh my God, this is not good.
I think it was just terrible optics, but I think it's not something he has never shown himself to be somebody that is what the internet is trying to classify him as, and
that's fair.
It was just
yes,
it's just terrible timing because of everything else that came up.
Yeah,
it's just terrible timing for this video to.
As far as I know, Michael Jordan is not in the Epstein files. Like yes. Have you played around with the email
searching?
Yes,
searching database. Yeah, you put everybody's name, just to see.
I love it. Like that is. If that is the new era of what's the name of the site? Do you know it? I think we should give them credit. It's like JE email or whatever it is, but
something like that.
Yeah. But like basically, it's a program that allows any user to basically load the Epstein inbox and then search for whatever you want.
It'll show it as like a shell of Gmail.
Yes, and then you can just search for
like it's an inbox.
That's right, and you can search for whatever you want. So Jordan's not in there. And I don't know if you were following what happens, and I'm going to put this out here. If you don't want to hear a little bit of political talk, just turn the show off. It's okay. We still love you. But I think we have to talk about some of this stuff. Homeland Security, Pam Bondi. Like I don't want to get too far into the weeds, FP, but the administration set a trap. I don't know if you followed this story. I was kind of hoping we get the boys on here to talk about it, but. The administration
loved this.
I know. Well, but so would Petey, so would Raz, everybody. Because it's in the end, it's not political. But basically, the administration said, we're going to release everything. Here is your unredacted copy of the files. And then they tracked what everybody went and searched for. So they knew. Members of Congress went and were. I mean, imagine somebody came to you and said, hey, I'm going to release your inbox tomorrow.
Right.
This is everything I'm going to release. You have 24 hours notice, but this is going public. Everybody would react the same way. What do I need to get out of here? What do I need to get out in front of? Is my name in here? Is my friend's name in here? Of course, things will leak out, and then people are calling people, and am I in there, and this and that. In the end, the administration had a punch list of everything every member of Congress that had access searched for. So they literally told them exactly where to go look. And I think this is literally the tip of the iceberg of what's coming with the Epstein files. I mean, clearly it's the tip of the iceberg. I mean, we had Fortnite players confirming Epstein's account is still active up until 3 weeks ago. Actively being used. In the history of online gaming, Epic Gaming, and the game of Fortnite, No one has ever transferred a user account name to another person. Is that a fact? Can't be done. Cannot be done. I cannot transfer my gamer tag to UFP, and you cannot transfer yours to mine. So the thought that there would be references to V-Bucks being purchased in the Epstein files under the same user account that was playing a season ago or 2 seasons ago, it's impossible. It's not possible. That account is active, and now it's private. And Fortnite tried to cover up, or somebody tried to, it was this, and now it's this, and we reuse names. No, you don't. No, you don't. The whole internet called BS on that. That is his account, and it was still being actively used. It just, you add that to the cameras at the jail cell were turned off. You add that to the pictures of somebody who looks exactly like him walking around Israel. Okay, how many more of these Matrix glitches are we going to just pretend we're not seeing before we put it all together?
Dual black cats walking across the screen.
Yeah, but then, people go in and they're like, what's this Zorro LLC bit, FP? Did you follow this little
I heard a little bit about it.
Yeah, so Zorro LLC is a Epstein shell corporation. It is noted throughout the Epstein files and his emails. It is referenced repeatedly. It is his LLC, Zorro LLC. Do you want to know what Zorro did in 2008? You want to take a guess?
Made a lot of money.
Made a lot of money. Do you know how they made a lot of money? Zorro LLC?
Lottery.
I think you know this one, right? Yeah. Zorro LLC won the Powerball in 2008. And then again in 2011, and then again in 2013.
Insane.
Nothing's
real.
Is that possible? Like statistically? No. Of course not. Of course not. Like, what are we doing here? It's not possible. It's not possible. Oh, well, the unredacted show something different than the redacted. No, they don't. Oh, it's possible that LLCs win the lottery. Yeah, it's possible. The same one 3 times? No. Referenced in one person's inbox? No. So where did Epstein get money from? The Powerball, i.e. taxpayers, basically, in 50 different states. And this was how they funded him and kept him quiet. Like, this was his hush money. Powerball. And I'll take it a step further. Warren Buffett said something crazy on stage a couple years back about Bitcoin. I don't know if you've seen this clip, but it's going viral again now. He was asked about Bitcoin and why he doesn't invest in Bitcoin, this and that. And he said, I'm paraphrasing, but he said, when people find out who is behind Bitcoin, it will go to 0. And then he continued by saying, I know who's behind it, and I won't touch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it here.
If you're somebody like Warren Buffett and you're saying that, you know what you're saying. Yeah.
There are many signs in the Epstein files that point to Jeffrey Epstein being Bitcoin, the creator of Bitcoin, the alternate currency used all over the internet to funnel illegal activity, to fund illegal activities in its infancy that somehow grew up and became legitimate. The signs all point to Epstein at this point. What do we do with that?
I mean, the amount of millionaires that came off of Bitcoin, I just, there's nothing like there's nothing real anymore. Like, I don't want, like,
I didn't mean to derail the show, but this is what I've been struggling with this for 2 weeks.
We're sitting here busting our
grinding,
asses, working,
grinding,
and saving money and watching my 401k and looking at my stupid stocks, thinking I control anything. Nothing is real.
Meanwhile, Zorro's winning 3 Powerballs and creating.
Yeah. I'm never buying a lottery ticket ever again. I don't care if it magically goes to $3 billion. It's keeping my $5. No.
Yeah, it's you win the lottery by not spending your money. That's the only truth now in this psyop version of reality.
You almost have to go back to like Great Depression mode and just take your money, stuff it in a mattress, cross your fingers.
Well, yeah, because you can't put it in a bank. I mean, you can't put it in the bank. Yeah, so
nothing's pure. Nothing's as it seems.
No.
And AI is just going to make it 1,000 times worse.
Well, and like just the amount of people in the Epstein files, the amount of stuff. I mean, Fortnite. Can you imagine if 50 years from now history comes back and basically says Epstein was proven to be alive because of a video game account, because he had to get online and game it up with the boys while living in Israel?
Little boys, probably.
Well, but I'm saying like all of these signs point like. How many years have we been hearing about? Like, just think about this. Connect these dots in your mind, because as they started to connect in mine, I couldn't turn it off. For years and years, parents have been getting warned about letting your kids play online. Why? Because the Epsteins of the world are playing online with boys.
Yes.
Don't let your kids play Roblox. Don't let them play Fortnite and chat with strangers. Don't let them go into unmanned online gamer chat rooms and whatever. We knew the terrorists were using the PS Network and Xbox Live. Turns out Epstein was doing it too.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
all of this is rooted in truth.
You get watered down versions of it from bigger companies that know what they're doing, right? So, like the Snapchats of the world and the different like secret apps and hidden messages. Like, these companies know what they're doing, and you're getting a watered down version of it for like regular consumerism. Yeah, I mean, everything's corrupt. Everything's corrupt.
And I want to just close with this. 25 years ago, at this point, maybe a little bit more, Michael Jackson was labeled a pedophile. He was labeled a kid lover. He was a freak.
Mm-hmm.
He was a nature. Neverland is this. Macaulay Culkin is his best friend. It's super weird. Blah, blah, blah. Have you been following the trajectory and the revival of this narrative over the last 2 weeks in hindsight, in like by comparison or contrast to the Epstein files coming out? Have you been seeing this?
Yeah. So there's rumors that, not rumors.
Macaulay Culkin has said it now.
Yeah.
3 different times.
Now that Michael Jackson was basically the hero of Hollywood.
Young Hollywood.
Essentially.
Yep.
Where he would take kids and basically protect them at Neverland so that they didn't end up in Epstein Island, because he knew what was happening and he knew which powers to be, especially in Hollywood and music producers and et cetera, were associated. And then all of those powerful beings went around and they were like, the image that you are protecting, we are going to turn it on you and say you are that image.
Yes.
And
they destroyed him. They destroyed him.
And then did you hear like the song lyric, that one song? What's the song?
There's Man in the Mirror. They don't care about us. There's a billion of them where he references it. Yes.
They don't care about us. Like the lyrics there, like the anger that he's saying and like the lyrics, it's like, you can shut me down. You could try to shut me down. And it's not going to work. Like,
yes. Yeah, you will never break me. Yes.
I love it.
But it took us 30 years to come full circle to something Macaulay Culkin has said and maintained from the beginning. We didn't have the context, right? It's like, here are 40 pieces to a puzzle that requires 200 to put together. And now that we have an additional 100 pieces, the 40 makes sense. But there's still a bunch missing. You see, like that's how my brain is putting this together now. Okay, so Michael Jackson was the biggest pop star in the world, but we were told he was a recluse and he was a pedo and he can't be trusted with the kids, and Neverland was weird.
Because everybody on Epstein Island owned the media that smeared him.
Well, and he wouldn't play. Like he wasn't on board with Epstein Island. He's not in the files. He wasn't going to the island. He wasn't keeping company with these people. And I've heard some people say, well, it was before him, right? It wasn't, right? He was before email, kind of, right? But there would be records. There would be pictures, because there's pictures with Epstein and Trump and Epstein and Clinton to the early 90s and even late 80s. So Michael was absolutely around at that point.
Right.
Like if he was on the island, we would have proof of him being on the island or something to point to somebody placing him there. But it's wild to think, FP, that 30 years later, we're starting to clear somebody's name and truly starting to understand the filthiness of I don't know how to say this. Like everybody knows the media is corrupt and can paint any picture they want. But the picture that we had accepted to be fact 30 years ago turns out it's completely false.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing is going to be who else's name gets cleared X amount of years later because of all of this.
Well, I'll tell you, the residual damage with Michael, like people like Usher and Whoopi Goldberg never turned on Michael. Never. Chris Tucker never said a word about him. Like, he was like, never. These guys defended him through and through, and they have been for years. And in Chris Tucker's case, it cost him his career. Like, he still doesn't work because of...
Yeah, he got blackballed because of it.
Yeah, it was the start of the blackball, right? Then he got really famous, and then but he wouldn't turn. He wouldn't play ball. He wouldn't diddy up. He wouldn't turn on Michael, right? Like, I think it will end up clear. I mean, Whoopi's an insane person, but even she has defended Michael through and through.
Yeah.
Oprah has defended Michael through and through. Like, there is a lot here, right? I mean, I know, but
yeah,
in the end, what we're learning now is Michael was the anti-Epstein, and they killed him. Like, they literally depressed him to a point where, I mean, he died. I mean, I don't know what else to say, right? I mean, it makes me a little sad, right? Like, we could have, I mean, it just speaks to the depth of the filth, or like that people don't fully understand. I don't fully understand it.
Like, I'll bring this back into sports, right? The corruption is so out there in every facet of life. Anywhere you look, there's something online about corruption that's corroborated or more than just rumor. And you look at it into sports and you're like, okay, how many episodes do we have on this show where we're like, there's no way there isn't conspiracy happening in sports, right? From the NBA draft lottery and Cooper Flag being sent to Dallas to NFL and refs and play calls and everything, just across the board. Doesn't matter where you look, doesn't matter what sport, doesn't matter what political side of the fence you're on, doesn't matter anything, doesn't matter what country you're in.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's all puppet strings. Everything, every single thing is puppet strings, except this show. This show is not puppet strings.
We don't do puppet strings. I've tried repeatedly. I can't. I've tried to entice. I've tried. We're gonna say goodbye to some people, I think, pretty soon, right? They can be guests maybe in the future, but we're gonna have to start booting people out of the. Listen, we got people wanting to pay to join the offline chat. We can't keep people in the chat that don't participate. People want to pay us to participate. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? God, I'm tired of talking. This is. I didn't have us going this far into the.
I love it. I love the unscripted, unhinged.
But we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Like, why? Like, am I not allowed to talk about it? Are you not allowed to talk about it? Like, of course. I want to talk about it. Like, this is.
Listen, turn off the show.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. I mean, I had a bunch of stuff on. I wanted to talk about, your girl Ronda Rousey coming out of retirement to fight Gina Carvalho. I don't know that the promo images are from like 10 years ago. Neither one of them looks like that. So
is that going to be a Netflix thing?
Yeah, that's a Netflix thing. Right. I wanted to actually get into the Olympics. They end officially in 24 hours. We're the last couple of days here of Olympics, but I guess let's talk about that for just a second.
Women's hockey just won gold.
Women's hockey did win gold.
Huge.
Yeah,
and then men's hockey is insane. I don't know if you've been following it, but we're slated to get USA versus Canada.
Yes.
Men's hockey.
Why does it feel so much faster?
Like,
do you get
Olympic
that sense?
Hockey?
It just feels like it's moving faster. I don't know how to explain it.
I mean, it is for sure. It's
also, where are the women coming from? Like, the women don't have a professional league, do they?
I think it's college.
Okay. I mean, that product, women's hockey, is a better product than women's basketball.
1,000%.
Like, it's not even close. It's
because
close.
they're still hitting and they're still fighting and they're still like tough ass athletes.
Well, there's still speed and there's more skill.
Yeah, there's skill. Yes.
Yeah. So it's I have thoroughly enjoyed the double downhill slalom was awesome. Skeleton is amazing. Bobsled 2 and 4, man. I really get into bobsled. I don't know why.
You know what I don't understand? Those doubles luge.
Yeah. I mean, there's some things
how do you discover you're good at doubles luge?
I don't think anyone's actually good at it. I think really fast, fat people or fast, like fit heavy people are good at a sport where you have to run fast and then sit very still.
On someone else? Like, how do you how do you decide that?
Listen, if you want to do a little DTC, level? I mean, you and I can double luge. Sounds dirty.
Like, how do you decide you're good at that? And how do you decide who's top or bottom?
I don't know. Yeah, who's going to be the bottom? I don't know.
It's a weird sport, but it's fascinating to watch.
I'll tell you, one of the other ones I really enjoy watching is speed skating, short track speed skating, because you would think it's like it's short track, like it's just whatever, but there's so much happening in 10 laps.
Do you remember that viral clip from like
I knew you were going to say this.
2014? Did you see it?
It's 2018. Yes. Or no, it was 2020. It was the 2020 like Olympics that were in 2021. Yeah, it was the U17.
It was the youth, that one speed skater that just went balls to the wall the first 3 laps.
I've watched everyone a million times. Yes, it's two Chinese skaters. Two Chinese speed skaters in a distance in a 1500. So it was like 20 laps or something like that. Like right out of the gate, she just goes bananas, catches up, and then tucks in behind the pack, and then just stays there for the next.
And they forgot. They
forgot. So everybody.
How do you forget that?
I mean, it's a lot of laps.
But how do you forget that?
Well, I don't know. But what's
they truly all thought they were fighting for first place, and she's just sitting there in the back winning.
And then her teammate, when all of them cross the finish line and then like slow up and pull up because they think the race is over, her teammate just does another lap and comes in second place. So, but the thought here is like the psychology behind that. Like, I don't know why people don't use that more. Like,
right.
Just do it. Just in one of the preliminary heats, just go bananas out of the gate and force everyone either to keep up with you or call your bluff, and like you're not gonna you are not gonna have that stamina.
Or they're like, oh, you're gonna run out of gas, and that was a stupid move. But nope.
Yeah, I mean, she just I know exactly what you're talking about. But the speed skating was a lot of fun. I get into the figure skating too. I think
I love the figure skating.
Yeah, like there's some stuff that happens. Like it's good, man. It's
also
good.
the old heads, like I remember watching figure skating as like a kid, like the '94 Olympics or whatever. And it's like all of these old school songs that you had no idea what they were playing. Yeah. Now when you watch the Olympics, it's songs from our youth.
It's
right?
our
like
oldies.
They have like 2000s era. They're playing like Ricky Martin and like Backstreet Boys, and this is great. Like I'm enjoying it.
It's our oldies playlist. Yes, it's but like the couple stuff is good. There's a couple things I don't care for, and then curling. Admittedly, I still don't understand how curling is played, but there's a lot of controversy, especially around the cheating Canadians. The extra finger touch. I tried
to follow that, and it's
a lot of fingering from the Canadians. A lot of fingering, but that's.
I think I could be good at curling.
I think you could be good at curling too. I think you would be the shooter, the person.
The
slow split stance. This thing. Yeah.
Put a little English on it.
Yeah. That would be you.
Such a good sport.
I think we get Andy out there with a broom. Walking in front of the ball. I think if you brush in front, like perpendicular.
Because it's rough ice.
Yeah, if it's perpendicular, you smooth it out. It goes faster. If it's parallel, you slow it down.
Yeah.
No. Other way. No, wait. Which one is which?
I would imagine it's
parallel, inline.
Inline is smoothing.
Yes. So then perpendicular would be
roughing.
Yeah.
Andy's stupid. The Winter Olympics have been great.
They have been great.
Coverage has been great. I went on a pizza tour in Chicago last weekend, and every single place that we went to had the Olympics on. And I was like, this is the perfect day.
How cold was it?
But actually, we got like 60-degree weather and sunny. It was very nice.
That's nice.
Also, Chicago pizza, deep dish, not real pizza.
Yeah.
Cavern style, not real pizza. I don't do square cut, thin crust pizza.
Okay, where are you going with this?
But they have proper New York style pizza. Really, really good places. I was on the One Bite app from Portnoy.
Okay.
And we were using it to go to all these pizza places, and we wouldn't go anywhere.
You just went and got one slice at 10 different places?
Yeah, no, we would order a full pizza. It was like 5 of us. We'd order a full pizza, half cheese, half pepperoni.
Yeah.
But we would follow the app. Nothing. We didn't go anywhere under an 8.
Okay.
Which is very high.
So what was the best pizza you had?
It was Zazas.
Okay.
I'll find the name, but it was
Crispy undercarriage.
Perfect undercarriage.
No
zero
flop. Team no flop.
The perfect crisped up pepperoni cups with the pepperoni.
Oh, the
oil
old
that-
world. The old world pepperonis. Extra oily.
So good.
Yes.
So good. We need to do like a DC pizza food tour or something. We need.
I'm a big fan of Andy's locally. I know people don't like
Still
it
have
because
never had Andy's.
I think it's an underrated pizza. You get just a slice of cheese or a slice of pepperoni. Tell them to run it twice through the crisper because they serve it.
Always say well done.
Yeah, and it's by the slice. It's the crunch on an Andy's slice is very, very good. Also, low key for a chain, Matchbox pretty good. I do enjoy Matchbox pizza, but
I haven't been to Matchbox. The Matchbox is too loud though.
very loud. The clientele not my favorite. Also, it's definitely changed from a client demographic perspective. But you can get in there and get a pepperoni pizza and 6 sliders with the crazy onion straws. You can get out of there for about $25, and you eat pretty good. Yeah. I was asking the boys about Red Robin. When was the last time you went to a Red Robin?
Ooh, it's got to be like two Lents ago.
Yeah,
So you only go during Lent.
I know, and it's too early in this Lenten cycle to be talking about fake meat burgers, but it hit me today for some reason. I was like, I haven't been in a long time, and I used to live off those bottomless
They
salad
got
and
rid
fries.
of they have weird burgers now for the vegan options. They had Boca and Garden, and they got rid of Boca, and they have like their own Impossible.
They have
version.
Impossible and Ancient Grain. I look because I was during. I'm not to overshare. I was during
Impossible.
During toilet time. I went down the rabbit hole to see what they had. But you're right. I used to live off Boca Burgers. I actually miss Boca Burgers. I don't think they even make Boca Burgers anymore.
Yeah, I don't think Boca's a company anymore. I'm
gonna check actually. I'm going grocery shopping tomorrow morning. I'm gonna take a look. Boca used to make some good stuff. They used to have the ground crumbles too in a pinch.
But I heard they got rid of the bottomless fries. That's the whole.
No, 100% still there. It's on the menu. It's on the
sure?
website. Yeah, I'm telling you. I went down the rabbit hole during toilet time, and they have garlic fries. They have cheese fries. They have the regular fries. They have the extra seasoned fries. Like
they have the onion ring tower too, which I remember loving.
Yeah, I think we might need to work it in to a rotation here. Maybe towards the end of the Lenten season.
Yeah, I'm in.
Anything you want to plug, FP? We went a little bit long. I wasn't planning on doing an hour in the off season, but anything you want to plug? Oh, we got to talk about OMC. Are you ready for OMC 23? I have one movie. I'm ready. I have one movie left to watch. Live and Let Die. I left it to the end. That's my last one, and then I'm ready to go. Is there? Have you finished
ready.
all 4?
I watched them all. Yeah.
All right, let's check with Andy. See if we can get him or Pete or somebody.
Andy's not gonna watch them,
but
they're good.
I'm
ready.
I'm also ready to do some non-James. It's a lot of James Bond. Like it turns out I really like James Bond in small doses.
it's weird. I'll save it for the show, but like it makes me miss Daniel Craig and just the production quality.
Preemptively, I'm missing him already, and I know we said this previously, and I'm going to say it again when we record OMC 23. Most recent James Bond, best James Bond. Most recent Batman, best Batman. Like Christian Bale Batman, way better. I mean, Keaton may be the original, but I am excited to do sequels only OMC. I think that's going to be the next one, but let's see if we can hammer out OMC 23 maybe next week. I got one more to watch, and then we'll get in the studio here and knock it out. But sorry, anything to plug? Anything you want to bring to the folks?
You need to watch the newest season of Drive to Survive to get ready for F1. I'm not going to tell you. Listen, I'm not going to tell you to watch the last 7 or 8 seasons. So that
there's
you
no
understand.
chance. There's no chance.
Yeah, but watch the newest season that comes out in like 3 days.
Okay.
Just to get ready, because Apple TV already has it queued up. They have everything set up.
When do we start?
The UI for F1 looks amazing. March 8th, I think, is the.
Oh, we got 2 weeks.
Race.
Okay.
But the UI on Apple TV is going to be incredible for us.
Did I tell you that Matt reached out to me to figure out? He was saying you really should watch the F1, of course. So he was, of course, telling me we should really review the F1 movie, just like Joe Razzie was telling us we should really watch the RIP for OMC. It was great that they're really following the show really closely. But Matt wanted to hear the F1 review, and completely out of nowhere, we were flying on vacation this past weekend to our vacation spot. My wife turns around her iPad. She's watching F1.
Really?
I was like, oh, that's interesting. She's like, yeah, I listened to the.
She didn't watch it with you?
She did not watch it. She watched the first maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then she got caught up in something. She's like,
Did you like it?
But she said I listened to the show, and I needed to see it for myself because your take. She was talking to me. She was like, your take was insane, and I haven't even seen the movie, but I know your take was insane because you're obsessed with Ocean's 11. I was like, well, this is not how I thought this conversation was going to go. But
did she agree it was insane?
She agreed it was insane. She was very much on team.
You're the only person on earth.
Well, we'll see what Matt had to say because I told him I'm not gonna. I told him just listen to it and then tell me what you think. But okay, I will give it. I will give it a look. I'm very far behind on Landman. I got to get caught up on that. And then a little bit of a bummer / crazy news. Tehran season 3 has been excellent, and they're in the middle of recording season 4 or taping season 4 right now in Greece. Did you see that the executive producer of Tehran was murdered / unalived in Greece?
Was it murdered or just found dead?
Found inside of a hotel room. So I don't exactly know how that plays out, but
I mean, based on the how that show is.
Yeah. Are you into season 3? Have you gotten into it?
I'm fully caught up on season 3.
Okay. I mean, that show, honestly, it is almost to the point where it deserves its own Game of Thrones style 20-minute recap. It is so good. If anybody's listening to this hasn't seen Tehran seasons 1 or 2 or 3 for that matter, start at the beginning. You will be caught up within 2 weeks. It's that good. It is so good. All right, FP. Sorry. Anything else to plug besides F1 getting ready, Drive to Survive? Okay. I got nothing else to plug.
You're gonna love it.
I got nothing to plug except the Patreon. Please join us on Patreon if you haven't already. Patreon.com/DTC. The shows go up there first. They go everywhere a couple days later. Thank you for everyone that has joined. Thank you for everybody that is tuning in and subscribing and sending us feedback. I do see the feedback. I'm sorry I don't always respond to everything. I see the emails coming in. I'm sorry. I will get better about responding to everything. Keep up with us. We are going to try to do our best to maintain a weekly cadence for recording throughout the off season. We got OMC 23 hopefully next week, and then we'll see where we go from there. March Madness / March Sadness is around the corner. We got the F1 season. I'm going to try FP to get into it so we can talk a little F1. We can talk a little baseball. We got quite a bit going on. So, and then the World Cup, believe it or not, is about 3 months away. So we got a lot going on. It's almost spring, thankfully. It's almost spring. This disgusting snowcrete situation that we have here in DC is almost over. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. The show is DTC. This is episode 372. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. We will see you soon. We are out.